so just me, the scientist. All right, so we have those here. Coming up on the main stage, go say a big hello to all of you. All right, it is Subi. So here at Como, we have some pretty awesome things. Now, I was going to ask them. All right, I was going to ask you all, have you ever seen a Sparky show before Como Harbor was built? Anyone? I got a few. How about the Wayback Machine? Any of the earliest shows? I got a few. Thank you so much for continuing to visit us over the years. A couple people raised their hands who were not born at the time, but I love the enthusiasm. So, all right. Now, the shows have changed a lot to become the Blaze Sparky show we're going to see today. While we do use the name Sparky, really all of our animals have their own unique names, and one of the cool things about Como Harbor is we have a bigger space with more training options and versatility, meaning that anyone can be the star at any time. So that's pretty wonderful. Now, Subi is our oldest sea lion at 15 years old. She's our 15-year-old female, working at the back right now, so it's almost like we have 3 Sparky shows happening at the same time. We have our 2 7-year-olds. Nico, the larger of the 2, is our male, and Poppy is our female. Now, there are some other things that have changed over time, including how we train and why we train. Poppy, I'll tell them about that later. Hold on. Okay. All right. Now, back in the 1950s, when training started, it was really about guest entertainment, which based on the oohs and ahs I was just hearing, because Subi is amazing in the water. Sea lions can swim at speeds of up to 35 miles an hour. Pretty cool. All right. I think we're still achieving that. It's just a really cool bonus. The reason our keepers train our animals today is really geared toward animal husbandry, which is a fancy word for animal health care. Who here gets really excited to go to the doctor? Oh, don't be embarrassed, guys. It's good for you, okay? How about the dentist? All right, dentists, if you're in the audience, take note. We've got more excitement for the dentists. So doctors, you got to get that treasure box going, okay? All right, so I know I get excited about the treasure box too. All right, now, I know I get a little nervous, and when I go to the doctor, since my doctor's a people and so am I, we can talk to each other. I can say how I'm feeling, so if something hurts, and my doctor can tell me what's going to happen, so I know what to expect and I'm not scared. Do you think that's true for our animals? No, as you can hear by those dulcet tones, thank you, Subi. Sea lions do not speak people, and sea lion isn't a language that our vets or animal doctors were able to take in college. So we need a different way to communicate with our animals, and training is a great way to do that. We can have animals practice their everyday healthcare behaviors, giving us a chance to check their health every day, sitting still and being comfortable being touched so we can check for lumps or bumps. But we can also have our animals practice for less routine exams that happen throughout the year, presenting parts of their body like a flipper or opening their mouth for teeth checks, or even participating in everything from eye drops and toothbrushing to vaccines and ultrasounds. Training also allows our animals to show us their full range of motion in and out of the water. This is extra important for animals like Subi, who's a rescue from the wild after a shark bite to a back flipper. We want to make sure everything's working the way it should, and as you can see, she is as spry as ever, which is wonderful. Training is also a great way to enrich and encourage our animals with natural behaviors. Now, do you think in the wild that sea lions have to often stand with their front flippers and have their butt in the air? You think there's a lot of hula hoops in the ocean? I hope not. That's not where they're supposed to live. All right? But, do you think, yeah, let's give her a round of applause for that. Isn't that amazing? Or as we like to call it here at Como Harbor, a seal of approval. So thank you. All right. Now, we're going to, now that was pretty sick. I'm not quite sure that was what was supposed to happen. That was cool. I know I can't do that, so I was very impressed. All right. Now, there might not be a lot of hula hoops out in the wild in the ocean, but do sea lions have to use all of their muscles to avoid danger or get food? Do they have to use their minds to solve problems? Totally. So training is a great way to have animals demonstrate problem solving and creativity and encourage natural behaviors. While sea lions might not need to jump through hoops in the wild, they do need to jump out of the water in a behavior called porpoising to avoid predators like great white sharks or killer whales. And they do have to usually solve a lot of problems, like how to find and catch their food. Here at Como Harbor, entirely shark-free, great news, okay? And they get catering every day. So we still want their minds and bodies challenged, just like they would in the wild. How train has also changed. We use something called operant conditioning, or positive reinforcement, which I hope you were all writing that down. Did you get that? Okay. All right, that's a lot of big words, but all it means is when the zookeepers ask for a behavior and the animals give it, they're told they did it right, and then they get a reward or a reinforcement, making it more likely for them to do it the next time they're asked. Perhaps you've used this training method at some point in your life. I already have some parents who know what's going on. All right, perhaps you have asked a child to clean up their toys or clean up their room. Children, have you ever been asked that before? Have you ever been asked that? Yes, all right. And children, you did it right away, correct? Training is this.